him, Vegas.
How much? What do you think the STD rate in
I
Vegas
bet
using the one legal place? But
I
that's
bet
one
it's-
legal place.
I bet it's There's always an exception to every rule, man.
Let's just
and
go.
The only state that has the exception to the rule is also an exception to the other rule.
Right. Well, but I mean, like if
I
it was
bet
legal
Las
everywhere,
Vegas has the highest STD.
I doubt it. Look it up. I doubt
Google
it.
that shit.
I
I feel
bet
like it
you.
would be somewhere in the South.
I would.
feel like
Yeah, it would
I feel
be
like
in the South.
somewhere, like in like Alabama, or like
You know why?
somewhere, like,
Because
where there
God
isn't
doesn't
much
want you to
healthcare.
put that latex shit over your dick, boy.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you can't. That's why Catholics don't want you to have sex before marriage, because if you put a condom on, you're a sinner. Of course, if you thought about it, all you would have to do is use a condom, go to confession. Use a condom, go to confession. You know, like keep using condoms, go to confession. But, like, well, actually, I can't
Las
say that.
Vegas reported over 16,000 cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and HIV are reported in 2016.
Okay, is it the highest place though? I bet you're wrong. it's not. But but if it was legalized and you had to go to a clinic, if I get gonorrhea or I get something that I can transmit through my hands, like if I get herpes of the hands, guess who can't do massage during an outbreak?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I can't, right? There's nothing saying that I couldn't do that. There's always the exception to the rule, but the idea behind it is it's an established business. You don't want to lose your clients. But if prostitutes were able to do the same thing, you know, and think of all the fucking people who can't get laid. Like, you're a good-looking guy. You're a smooth talker, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
I have to make people laugh when I'm trying to get laid, you know? Like, that's my thing. But or like be completely bluntly honest about it. But some people, they don't have a chance to get laid. I mean, I would use some names from our high school, but I don't want to be a dick. But they're struggling. Let me tell you, they're going to be fucking struggling because. But if they had prostitutes,
What would make them better?
they would be able to fuck, be more relaxed.
Or the prostitutes would feel uncomfortable and prefer them to
They
somebody else.
could, but if they're charging the right amount of money, they ain't going to refuse. Well, I'm guessing they wouldn't refuse. You know, upcharge people. I mean, it's all going to be a business. It's
Nevada
like
ranks 5th in the States.
fifth. What's
Yep,
first?
just for syphilis.
Just for syphilis. You're like, oh, just for syphilis. So.
But that's one alone.
Yeah. But what are the other 4 fucking states where it's not legalized? But I guarantee it's all Bible Belt looking motherfuckers because they, you know.
Damn, 1 in 7 people in the United States with HIV is.
Yeah, but HIV is like the old. It's like a common
No,
cold
it's
now.
it's coming back up with the opioid crisis. There's been an upsurge in our generation with AIDS and HIV.
1 in 7, man.
Well, how do you like
and
what?
it's higher in certain states. It's higher than in others.
Like when you were being brought up, like, did your mom have you young? She had you young, right?
I think she was 16 when she got
Did
pregnant.
she
We
s-
had 17 when I was born.
Yeah, my mom was 15 when she got pregnant with me, and she turned 16 2 days later. But you know what my mom fucking did? When I got to that age, condoms, just throwing condoms at me, fucking
Oh,
here,
yeah.
here. I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah, you were the one that would get them from.
Yeah, get them from you and Jake. Fucking ride your
Yeah.
bike down to the house.
Yeah.
I was dealing
Jake
on like
and you.
drugs. I was like, and you know what was stupid too? I would always be like, I'll sell you them for $5.
Yeah.
And he would buy it. And I'm like, Jake,
dumb, dude.
go to the fucking store.
Yeah, you
They're
gotta just-
$4. I mean, this would be my next thing would be like, just give them out for free for people. Just fucking give them out for free. Give me an extra tax. Make it so no more fucking people clog up anything else. I don't want to have to bump shoulders at a fucking Harris Teeter when I'm grocery shopping. Just stop making Kates. You know, stop it. Like,
He's gonna kid me.
but give everybody condoms, you know, for free. That would be a good tax. It's not like they're expensive. They do it at the fucking Planned Parenthood. That's where
get 'em in,
it's another place we used to get them.
You can get them in the military free.
Yeah. Oh, see, look at that shit. But
How many
like,
people use them in the military?
Well, see, that's the thing. Is it's usually a fucking religious thing. I mean, obviously, condoms don't feel as good as a real thing, but if I had a choice between risking it for the biscuit or fucking pun intended, risking it for the biscuit or fucking
You know the worst state?
Maine.
No. Is it Alabama? What is it?
Alaska.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Because the access to care, it's really hard to get to see doctors. And
Then it's cold, you know.
yeah, what else are
and
you
you
gonna
might
do
be
up
fu-
there?
And to be one of those cliche douchebags to make a joke, probably fucking polar bears and caribou up there. So like some type of weird.
Yeah.
No, but fucking. Yeah, I mean,
Just condoms.
you know what? And I bet that study doesn't break it up to like how many people accident. Yeah, by the CDC, but like it's kind of like when they come out with gun statistics and they're like, oh, 30,000 people die from gun violence every year.
Guns aren't researched, so we actually don't have a lot of statistics on guns.
Well,
Just so
whatever.
you know.
But when they come out with those fucking things, it's like, well, you know, you listen to Joe Rogan when he talks about like gun suicides. Well,
Yeah,
how much is
suicides
that
aren't
self-inflicted?
common for gun violence.
Yeah, like, well, how much is this? But I mean, like, how many of those fucking diseases are from food? Because you know you can get food, right? Like diseases from food. Like,
Not HIV.
yes, you can. My brother's ex-girlfriend's grandma got syphilis from
Syphilis
all
is
of
not HIV.
not HIV. I'm talking about fucking STDs or STIs. Okay, she got syphilis from eating at an Olive Garden that a chef had scratched his nuts. Poor hygiene. Apparently scratched himself. Touched the food. Grandma gets syphilis.
You know, if I was a
Lawsuit.
grandma that was cheating on my husband, that'd be the way that I would
That
go.
would be the way you go about it.
I ate Olive Garden.
Oh my god!
Syphilis. That's all.
Dude, old people when they get older, they just start swinging. They don't even give a fuck. They're just like,
Gonna die anyway.
damn. I mean, my ex, her grandparents, she's like, I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian because she got married to this guy and they don't even sleep in the same house and she just hates him. She did it for the church.
They don't even sleep in the same house?
I mean, sleep in the same
Oh.
bed. Like, but I mean, it's on it's like if you were sleeping in the garage and Candace was sleeping in your room,
Yeah.
like that far apart. And then every time you guys woke up, it was like a roommate that you didn't want to live with anymore. You're just bitching at him the whole time. Do you have to cook eggs like that every morning, Candace? Really? You got to use that spatula? That one specific, like it was that fucking bad. We would just be sitting there like. Let's not get to that point. Just end it if it ever gets to that point. Like, you know. But how do we get on this topic?
STDs, I guess. And
Prostitutes.
There
Legalize
we go.
prostitution. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things that would be a lot of safer places to be able to report the income. There wouldn't be people getting put in jail for it.
I think we need to start with something a little bit smaller than that.
Yeah, I agree
Just
with Justin.
legalize some weed.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen with that fucking gnome in office.
I honestly,
Marijuana is just as bad as heroin.
I think that that'll come up. That'll be the next
douchebag.
big thing, dude. Especially this election coming up.
Yeah.
With the election coming up, I can see him just completely flipping that card, pulling it out of his pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's been open about it.
Yeah, well,
Trump.
open.
Trump.
Yeah,
Not fucking.
He's been slyly
Sessions, yeah.
open about it though. He puts fucking Jeff Sessions,
Yeah.
the
That's
guy
the
who
save
thinks
face.
it's the same face with and this is what I was hoping would happen with Trump was that like he would get into office, all the cards he had to play to get there, he would be like, I don't need to play those cards. Like the fucking, but he had some Republican backers, so the Republican backers are like, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this, and just like, and same thing with like Democrat. He had some Democratic backers too.
Yeah.
You know, but so like that's why he flip flops around so much is because he wants. Well, at least what I'm looking at is he wants to be like a no, fuck you, but then it's like he's like they're gonna come out with shit. Like that's how they get you in their pocket is just by like giving you certain money. So that's why if he probably doesn't care about marijuana as much, but because he's got Republican backers, He's probably and he doesn't want to lose that base either. But like he puts Jeff Sessions.
What do you mean he doesn't want to lose that base?
He doesn't want to. Well, he's got his own crazy base, but like there's that not moderate Republican. They're like on the fringes of Republicans that are like, it's Trump, it's against the Democrat. I'm gonna go with him because he's a Republican. Because he has that R.
Yeah, but I think that
about
there's more Republicans that can say they're Republican and still think that legal weed is all right than there are.
Yeah,
but they won't do that because it goes against the narrative.
Okay.
No, it doesn't go. Not everybody's so damn tribal like that, man. Not everybody's so far.
A lot of them are like that.
Why would you?
Why?
Well, the ones that aren't voting. That's a lot of the issues. The ones that aren't tribal.
Yeah, but they're not voting because they don't want to go. They don't want to go to the D. That's what it is. They're like, I'm not going to vote in this election because my choices are between a douche and a turd sandwich, to quote fucking South Park. Douche and turd sandwich, and they don't want to vote for the douche, which is in their party. But they're definitely not voting Democrat. Like, if Trump had run as an independent, I think that would have made things 100 times. I would have fucking been like, you know what? Independent, that's where my tribalism comes in. Because he would have broken up the status quo of Republican, Democrat. Now it's like...
So you would have voted Trump if he was...
I wouldn't have voted Trump. I would have voted Gary Johnson because I liked Gary Johnson better than the two clowns we had before. Like, in the elections, you know? But like... And it's not that I agreed with Gary Johnson on 100%. It was just something that I wanted... I was like, okay, I definitely don't agree with this person. I definitely don't agree with this person. That's the middle guy. He says the shit that I like. He liked marijuana legalization. Like, he liked all that shit. But what ends up happening... And my dad loves marijuana, loves everything. But he got it into his brain that... Well, I'm not voting Hillary. Never Hillary. Okay, there's never Hillary. For sure. Fucking vote for Snoopy then. Like, you know, like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's one of the biggest frustrating things is, like, you know, because you have certain values or different views, you're going to have that letter next to your name. And, like, if Trump had been like, listen, I had to run as a Republican because... Otherwise, I would have been an independent. Nobody would have taken me seriously. I am an independent. This is what I'm going to do. Then he would have been able to appoint the people, and we would have really seen what he wants. But because he had that R in his name, and he had the support from the R's, and again, some Democrats, he had to, sorry, Candace, he could have helped clean up. But he could have had more say and more things he wanted to do. And granted, I think he would have gone the extreme libertarian thing and just made everything a fucking business. Like, no, this is going to be a business. This is going to be a business. This is going to be like, you know. But at least it would have been consistent with his values instead of being like, I want to leave it up to the states to decide. Take it up, guy who thinks marijuana is the same as heroin. Come on in here, Jeff Sessions. That's the top lawmaking position, essentially.
Yeah,
he gives the say. He gives the idea that it's okay to lock people up for smoking pot. Like, he's the ultimate guy that does that.
I get what you're saying about it, but man, Trump might be a Republican or whatever. He might have ran as a Republican.
But I don't think he's a Republican.
I don't either.
Right, but because he had to take those backings to be in the primaries. Like, that's the same reason why Bernie Sanders had to do the Democratic route. And that's why when it came down to the primaries, he got fucked over by the Democratic Party, is because he wasn't the one they wanted to fucking win. But if he would have stuck it out and said,
his opponent was Hillary.
His opponent was Hillary, and they actively went against him, you know. So
They actively hacked him.
yeah, fucking just. It's disgusting. What? Do I want to pause it?
Yeah.
All right, I should probably pause it because we're eating. I mean, we're up to about an hour now. I mean, that's a pretty good podcast right there. I think that's a good thing. So, thanks for being a part of it, Candace, Sarah Beth, and Justin.
Yeah.
This will be great. I'll tag you on it on Facebook unless you don't want people to hear us talking about it. Then I won't. But you know, so it was a good first interview fully, other than the fart cast that I do with the kids that I work with, you know. All right. This has been what did we decide on? Same planet, different universes. Co-created by Justin. All right, signing off.